Hello everybody, my name is Noha Mustafa, a real estate agent affiliated with Zillow and working in real brokerage. I work together with my husband Dia Ali. He is also a real estate agent. We work together as one agent. Today we will go through the buyer process after National Association for Realtors settlement. The first part of our presentation will be about knowing each other. Who are we and who are you? So the first part we will deal with is real brokerage. Who are we? Real is a very fastest growing public traded real estate brokerage, or the fastest. It represents over 50,000 buyer and seller every year. It sells a home every 9 minutes. We have like 20,000 agents in our network. Our team has 30 years of experience. So our role was always and will be how to get you the home you want, with the price you want, in the time you want, with the terms you want. And of course we do it kindly and professionally. Now let's talk about the other part of the relation, which is you. Who are you? So the first thing is why to know you better. I have to know you better because I have to customize a plan that suits your case and suit your needs, and also to build like a moral contract between us. So the first thing is to ask you some sorting questions, like if you are an investor or a first home buyer looking for single family or condo, renting or owner, living in the same neighborhood or elsewhere, have cash or you will finance your a loan, if you have a proof of fund or pre-approval, if you have an agent working with you and walk you through the buyer process or not. All these answers will let me make a better profile for you and make sure that you are set up for success. Now I'll give you a quick hint about what is new in the real estate market after the National Association for Realtors settlement launched in March 24. That realtors working with buyer must enter into written agreements. Written agreements help consumer understand exactly what services and values will be provided to them, and also for how much. In this part of the presentation will be about the real estate transaction and how it is a game of contracts. So we have three main contracts that govern the real estate transaction. The first one is listing agreement between seller and listing agent. The other one is buyer agreement between buyer and buyer agent. The third one is purchase agreement between seller and buyer. And the big question now, who is going to sell us the house we want? This is what we call it the seller universe. So the seller universe mean that we break down the entire universe of sellers into 4 categories, so that we can understand their core motivation and create targeted activation plan for each group. We have access to many things that that you and other clients do not have access to. It's not only just a sign on the yard. Our custom tailored home search process targets all homes that fit your unique criteria, regardless of whether they are currently available for sale or off market. These are not random strategies. These are systems that are powered by humans. We have many different aspects between us and other agents. So what differentiates us from other agents? So if we talk about the everyday agent, we will talk about search and touring. But if we talk about top agents, we will talk about search and show and off-market properties also, and sometimes some advertisements, some inquiries, home door-to-door search, homeowner campaigns, some renovation partners. But in our team and our approach, we have here a plus, which is the systems and humans. Here in the system and humans, we have the property diligence process, we have the agent network research, we have the deal chaining strategy, and we have conditions buyers and investors groups. So we have here a plus over the top 5% agents. Let's dive into deeper to the journey, the buyer journey or the buyer process. And we believe always that the good process drive good results. So we start with the strategy to plan and finance. and then find your home and touring and make offers. Then the third layer here is negotiation and finalize the purchase contract with the attorney, with the inspection, with the appraisal, the contingencies, finalize the finance. And the last phase here is the closing, where we moving logistics, final walkthrough, and complete the closing process. So what do we offer to our clients? And we name it as our 5-star approach. This approach is starting from down to the upper layer. The down part here starts with the primary motivation. We need to know why you move. Then what are the non-negotiable for you, so what you don't want and you don't have an option in this, or you cannot speak on this because they are non-negotiable for you. And the third part is what is nice to have, or the access and features of the home. And the fourth layer is the timing, which is when I will move to this new property. And the last thing is talking about the money, which is will you finance it by cash, through proof of funds, or finance it through pre-approval from a lender. Of course, we are not working in an isolated island. We are working in a market, so we need to know the market dynamics that is ruling this market. So we have to be aware and updated, having updated indicators about the affordability, the inflation rate, the interest rate, the supply inventory, the demand, and many other indicators. So it's very important part for you as a buyer is to know the pricing strategies of the seller. The seller either put an event pricing, which is below the market price, which means that market price is less than the listing price, and we call it auctions. Other option is fair market price, where the market price is equal the listing price. And the third one is aspiration pricing, which is the traditional way most sellers do it, as the seller lists higher than the market price and leave a room for negotiations. How we know that it is below or over or equal the market price? Through the comparables. We do a comparable study with all the comparable properties in the area that is with the same features with the property you need, and we know that this price is over the price or under the price or within the price. All this we know from the comparables we did. So nowadays we are in a seller market. Days on market for the average property is between 20 days or even less. This is a very competitive market with a very less inventory, just to let you know. So whenever you have your pre-approval ready, you have to submit the offer very quickly, because it will not stay on the market for more than 2 weeks maximum. The next phase is negotiation and execution of the contract. And the invisible power of what we do in representing you happens from contract to close. So the contract period is where all the things are tested and successful outcome is determined. This is best achieved through systems, compliance, monitoring, and transaction management. But of course, we can have some out from this contract. We are not logged into the contract. There are contingencies period and negotiations. We have physical contingencies and loan contingencies. So we always have the option to go out of this contract if it's not, we are not satisfied with it. And we came to the last phase here, which is moving the logistics, which is closing. Closing include moving logistics, final walkthrough, and complete closing process. And when reach this phase, which is the closing, we are fulfilling our promise to you to work hard and be kind. We finished our main presentation for the buyer process. This slide is what we get in return, or the compensation. So what we will get from you or from others, there are three ways to pay the compensation for the buyer agent. Either the seller pays as part of our offer when submitting it to him, or the buyer pays if seller refuse the buyer has to pay the compensation for his agent, or hybrid, pays the seller and the buyer, both of them will pay the compensation for the buyer agent. These are the three main approaches that we can be compensated after all this long and complicated process. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it will be satisfied for you to have more information about the buyer process and the update information about what is new after the NAR or the National Association for Realtors settlement. And now if you want to contact us for any reason, for any free consultation, for assisting you with any buying process or selling process, you will find us, me and my husband Noha Mustafa, Dia Ali. We are working with Real Brokerage. Hope you enjoy my presentation. See you soon. Bye bye.